Okay, welcome. So today we're gonna make the chuck roast in the slow cooker in the Crockpot. And we got our main actor here. Use the choice 2 pounds. It's really nice. It's a 2 pound piece. We need 2 cups at least of beef broth, about a quarter to half a cup of red wine, and a quarter cup or so with vinegar, good red wine vinegar, and some Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, and some rosemary fresh if you have it. These are the potatoes which are gonna go in there. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. You probably can do 12, 14 or so for the size of the roast. And then we have mushrooms. I like to make them with mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms. We got the stems removed. We got a white onion, regular onion, and we got cocktail onions. The first thing we're gonna do, we have to brown the meat, and we're gonna start the mushrooms after the meat in the frying pan, and the frying pan has to be big enough for this meat, so I have to use this one because the stainless one is too small. So we got the mushrooms now chopped up, and we got the regular onion already cut into slices. This one will go in a pot sliced later on. These ones, this is seasoned meat first, brown, take it out, then the onions, then the mushrooms. When that is all nice and done, we're done and we start the Crockpot. Okay, so now the meat is browning, probably 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Okay, this is about after 2 minutes or so. This is the browning I like. And we're about at 375 in this frying pan here. We're almost done. Then we're going to reduce the heat. We put the onions in here, let them start to cook, put some salt and pepper on it. Salt we can be slow with because we have salt in the beef broth. Okay, so now we got it. This is about the brownness I want. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. A total of 4 minutes altogether. We put this to the side, and we got now the onions started. These ones we want them brown. I had turned down the heat so they don't burn so fast. And we're gonna make them brown, and then we're gonna put all the mushrooms in there, and then we're gonna put some salt and pepper on there, more pepper than salt. And then we're basically done here, and we're ready to start the Crockpot. So the onions are getting brown now. We're about 290 degrees Fahrenheit. All temperatures here are in Fahrenheit, just remember that. We're about ready to put the mushrooms in there. The reason why I do half of the onions and the full mushrooms in here first is to get the water out of it, because the Crockpot keeps the moisture in, which means we will cook out all the water, and then the entire sauce, the gravy and everything is going to be really watery. So we're going to do this here first. Okay, here it goes. And we will see you. We're going to cook this now down as much as we can. Okay, so now we're ready. We got 2 cups of broth. We got about, I would say, 2/3 of a cup of white wine. And this is a mixture of about a half a cup, little bit less, of red wine vinegar with the Worcestershire sauce. We're going to combine all 3 of them. Then we're going to put the white onions in here and put some of the broth in there. And we start putting the onions and all of the stuff as a layered bed. And then comes the meat with the potatoes around it. Okay, so those are the white onions. They go in first, and now comes this on top of it. And then we're going to fill some combination broth, wine, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce in there. Okay, so we got this now in here, and we're just going to start filling this up to about here, just about that. We got about half of it left, and now the meat goes in. Okay, so we got now the meat in here, we got the rosemary in here, the potatoes all around it, and we got still enough room to close our lid. And we're going to pour this in, just the rest of it. And that's how high we want it. Now remember, this is a 4-liter quart, so this is a pretty big piece of meat here. And the cocktail onions, or pearl onions, I got in here is about half a glass or so. I just put them on. We're going to close it, and we're going to turn on for 4 hours. Or we're probably going to need 6 to 8 in this at high. So what we're going to do here turn on. We got a high at 4. I go right to 6 hours, and then we push her one more time, and that's it, and she cooks. And then we can insert our temperature measurement here, this thing here, and just put it into the vent hole. This is the only vent hole this system has. That means if you leave it open, only minimal amount of moisture goes out. If you want to measure the temperature, just let it sit in here. Then you have even less moisture evaporating out of this. And in about 6 hours, we're going to check it, and then we're either going to go more, or we're going to reduce the heat down to low or medium and cook it for another hour, 2 hours, see where we are. But this beef is so tender already. And then we're going to take everything out, keep it warm, and we're going to make the sauce. Okay, so we're about 9 minutes in. And we have come up to about 80 degrees. That's what we're waiting here. About 27 degrees Celsius. You can see the steam settling. We will be checking back. I will be checking in a couple hours. So we're pretty much exactly 2 hours into this now. And we can see our temperature has come up to, let me see if I can zoom in, a little bit over 160. And you can see this, we were, when we started about 10 minutes in, we were at 80 degrees. And now we're at 160 degrees, so we have doubled the temperature. And that is basically on how this works. So at one point or another, we're going to probably level out at about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe a little bit over that 190, somewhere around there. And then at that point, we can let it cook, and it will all fall apart then later on. You do not want to open the lid because the temperature is going to plunge, and then it's going to take another half an hour, 45 minutes to bring the temperature back to this level. So you want to give it just time from that on, and I would say 4 hours, either after 4 hours or 5 hours, we're going to open the lid up for the first time and take a look at it. So exactly 3 hours into the cooking, we have now reached the temperature right at about 185 degrees, I would say. Right in the middle between 180 and 190. And now the actual cooking starts. You don't want to come much higher. If you go over 200, you want to change the setting to, in this case, low, since we got warm. Some of them have high, medium, and low. We want to go to the low setting on this unit. Also, on these crock pots here, they get very hot on the outside, so you got to be careful when you cook with it so you don't accidentally burn yourself, or if you have children in your kitchen, that they don't touch this, just as a precaution. Okay, so after right about 3.5 hours, we have reached 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And now what we're going to do is we have to set the mode. Okay, so we're going to go back to 2.5 hours, and we're going to go to low. And we're going to leave it at low for 2.5 hours. And we're going to see what it's going to do. So, like I said, you do not want to go much over 200 degrees. So 180 is preference. And I would say in about 30 minutes, we're going to check and see what it looks inside the pot. Okay, so we're now at the 2-hour mark here. And the temperature has come up by about another 5 degrees. So even though we set it on low, we're at about 205. Yeah, we can see how fast it drops down. Now let's see what we got. This is what this looks like. Yeah, and the beef could be more tender. Potatoes are done. Main thing is the beef, even though it is soft, it is not fully soft yet. So we're gonna cook it a little bit more. So will be 6 hours by the time it is done. Okay, so we're now down to our last 6 minutes at the low temperature. And what I did is I scooped up 2 hours ago about half of the liquid in here, and I put it in a frying pan and I cooked it down, reduced it, and now I made a slurry cornstarch slurry, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 2 tablespoons cold water. I still got some left, and what we're going to do now is when this is done, we take everything out. We scoop up the liquid with this here. I'm going to disregard everything else because of the rosemary. I should have put the rosemary in a tea ball, which I didn't have, and then we're going to strain this, and then we're going to mix this in to the right consistency, and we're ready to eat. I will show you then the results in a few minutes. One word to the sauce we're going to make is I put brown sugar in here, pepper, no more salt, and some paprika, and then a little bit of whipping cream to get this thickened up. And we have a real nice taste here with the brown sugar especially. But like I said, we're going to thin this now out with the liquid. Just to show you the consistency, you can see this. It is a pretty, almost a molasses kind of consistency we got, and that's what we wanted. So, and here it is 6 hours later. Doesn't that look nice? Look at this. This is a nice roast here. That's going to be a great eating. So, to give you the finish here, this is the rest of the broth basically came out of this. We got the onions transferred and the mushrooms, and I took the silver onions out. I didn't like them too much, but this came out really nice. And the last picture of this will be the finished plate.